Greetings. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2026. This is our first Yoga Qigong class of the new year. Welcome. And if you like what you're experiencing here, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and drop us a line in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Today, we're going to be working on focusing on the silence. I'm going to invite everyone to focus on silence between practices. We're going to be focusing on practices and then really tuning into the silence that's available between the practices. Okay, so let's just begin by bringing our energy inwards and bring your awareness to the breath. You may notice the breath at the tip of the nostrils. You may notice it in the abdomen or the chest. You may notice it in all those places or other places. Just be aware of your breath. I'd like you to everyone to just take a few moments to be with your breath. Just be a part of your breath. Feel the breath moving through you. And I'll be guiding us through some practices on working with very subtle aspects of movement and breath, coordinating the breath with movement, paying attention to things that are usually happening unconsciously. We're going to bring those things to our conscious awareness. So we're bringing unconscious things to our consciousness. And when we attempt this, or when we engage with that activity, it's really normal for the mind to sort of rebel a little bit and want to go off and do its own thing. And that's completely normal. Please do not be hard on yourself if you notice that your mind is kind of wandering away. Just gently notice what's happening and bring yourself right back to what we're doing here. And this is a perfect time right now if you have any particular prayers, mantras, personal affirmations, anything that you'd like to say to yourself to help you here with this practice, the practices we're doing here. You can do that now. It may just be a line of poetry, just one single word that seems important today. And if nothing in particular is occurring to you right now, that's fine too. I just would encourage you to take a moment to really focus your personal intention. And I'd like to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of my amazing teachers. Okay, so let's stand up slowly. Okay, so we're going to begin by our arm stretch breathing. So we're going to interlock the fingers, and we're going to inhale and exhale. Let's begin.
Now we'll come at an angle and continue the practice. Now straight overhead. And stop the practice. Let's just stand for a moment and feel the silence and the stillness around us. Just really appreciate silence and the stillness and the rest between the practices. And I'm going to invite you now to work with what I refer to as the default posture, where when we are between postures, unless we have a specific hand position in mind, which we don't when we're in between postures or practices, we want to have our tongue at the roof of the mouth, the face relaxed, the elbows relaxed, and we want to stretch the palms open. So not forcing the fingers open like this, but just gently stretching. So if you kind of massage your palm, you'll feel that your fingers naturally open, and that opens all these channels in the upper arms. And you don't want to stand like this. You want to leave space between your arm and the side of your body. So you're kind of like those blow-up dolls by the side of the road. I had one teacher kind of describe this like that. You want to be just very buoyant and open and relaxed. And from this default position, I call it, we can really experience the stillness. And from here, we're going to move into the ankle stretch breathing. So we're going to take a breath in and come up on our toes, and exhale coming down. And we want to have the quality here
like we want to keep our palms open, our tongue at the roof of the mouth, and we have the quality here like we're moving our hands in through the water. And I would encourage you to try this practice sometime in some water when you get an opportunity. Okay, let's begin. Breathe in. 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 One more time. Breathe in. Breathe in. And relax. Feeling the stillness around us, the quiet, the rest. Tongue at the roof of the mouth, palms are open, arms are buoyant. Okay, and now we're going to move to the chest opening breathing. We're going to bring our palms together in front of the chest. A nice open palms. Feel that energy between the palms. Take a breath in and open up the chest. Exhale back together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Separate the feet a little bit, about shoulder width. We're going to continue this chest opening breathing, but instead of having the hands facing each other, palms facing each other, we have the fingertips facing each other and the elbows relaxed as if you were kind of resting like on a bar stool or something, a bar or a high table. You should feel very relaxed here, as if you could stay here forever. We're not going to, but we should feel that relaxed. And there's a very expansive quality to this position, like we're holding something very precious. Okay, so let's continue. So the chest opening, breathing from this position, breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe Breathe. And relax. And hands at the side of the body. Buoyant arms. Open palms. Tongue at the roof of the mouth. Take a moment to feel the effects of the practice in the chest area. And experience the silence around you, the stillness. Appreciate the stillness. Now we're going to separate the feet and bend the knees. And we go from side to side for some loosening. So this whole upper body is kind of like dead weight. We're moving from the waist. We're keeping the knees pointed forwards. We don't want to tweak our knees. We're just moving from side to side and having the idea here that you're just letting go of anything that you don't want to hold on to. Just slide away. Okay, now I'm going to loosen up the shoulders. Forward and back. The other direction. Elbows. Wrist in one direction. All right. And now I'd like to work with shifting of the weight. And before we do that, let's just take another moment to, again, appreciate stillness. Reminder, buoyant arms, open palms, tongue at the roof of the mouth, face is relaxed. And for any of these times, you can choose to close your eyes, or you can have your eyes partially open or relax, gaze forward, whatever feels the most restful for you, and access that appreciation of silence. Now from this position, I'd like everyone to slightly shift your weight to the right foot and feel the left foot is what we call empty. So there's very little weight in it. You may be able to pick it up. And now shift your weight to the left foot. Feel the right leg be empty, and you may be able to pick up the right foot. Shift your weight to the right. Shift your weight to the left. So you feel all the weight in the left, and the right foot is completely in contact with the floor, but there's no weight in it. Shift your weight to the right. The left foot is completely in contact with the floor, but no weight is in that foot. Just feel what that feels like. You have the right foot is what's called the full foot, and the left foot is the empty foot. Shift again. Left foot is full foot, right foot is empty. Shift again. Right foot is full, left foot is empty. Shift again. Left foot is full, right foot is. just shift back and forth. A few times. It's your own pace. You don't have to follow my pace. Just get a feel for this practice at your own self. Shifting weight right to left. And change of the empty foot to the full foot and the full foot to the empty. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. I'm going to put my feet on the screen. Got the right foot. The left foot is empty. The left foot. The right foot is empty. Right foot is empty. Right foot is now, oh, my weight is now on my right foot. Left foot is empty, and I'm going to step out just a little bit. Left foot is full. Right foot is empty. I'm going to step in. Right foot is full. Left foot is empty. I'm going to step out. Left foot is full. Right foot is empty. I'm going to step in. So I'm slowly working my way across the room. And then I'm going to shift back. So on the left, I've run out of space here. So my left foot is full. I'm going to shift to the right. Put the empty right foot out. Then shift that foot out right. Bring the empty left foot in. Shift the weight left. Bring the empty right foot out. Shift the weight right. Bring the empty left foot in. Shift the weight left. So shift and step in. Shift and step out. Shift and step in. Shift and step out. And as we're doing this, we want to have our feet as parallel as possible. So we're keeping the feet parallel to each other. Now I'm going to go back the other way. Shift and step in. Shift and step out to the left. Shift and step into the left. Shift and step out to the left. Shift and step into the left. Shift and step out to the left. Knees are slightly bent. Shift and step into the left. Shift and step out to the left. Okay, now we'll go one more time to the center. Step out to the right. Shift. Step out. Shift. Step out to the right and back to the center. And I'll bring the rest of me up here. We'll pause here and just rest. And experiencing that inner stillness, that silence, really appreciating the silence. Stillness you're having. You may notice sounds around you, but you can still appreciate the stillness. And the quiet inside, the noises outside. Now we're going to go back to our shoulder width, bending our knees. And we're going to go back to shifting left, shifting right, but not stepping. Shifting right, shifting left, shifting right, shifting left. And when you shift right, you can wave to the right. And when you shift left, you can wave to the left. It's called wave hands like clouds. Eventually you can walk with it as well, but today we'll just do it in place. Your tongue is at the roof of the mouth. Your elbows are relaxed. Your palms are open. There's nice space between your arm and your body. You're moving, especially for the hands, you're moving as if you're moving through the water. Like I said, I really strongly encourage you to try some of these practices in the water. And stop the practice and come back to the center. Feeling that stillness, that silence. Slowly come on down to the floor. I'm going to do some practices. These practices can also be done, I'm sitting cross-legged, these practices can also be done in a chair. Beginning by just adjusting the screen. I'm just doing a circle, feeling all the sides of the pelvis. reverse directions. Now imagine that you have a rod straight down the center of the body and you're just rotating around that rod in one direction. Yep. We'll just do a few more lines. So movement is from here, faces forward. Your arms are, again, the palms are nice and open, tongue is over your mouth. And you can have your palms up or down, just make sure that they're open. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Here, and now we're going to do a few loosening exercises for the lower body. We're going to bring the left leg out. Foot there. Okay. Left leg out. We're going to cradle the right hip. You're going to put the outside of the right foot either on top of the left thigh, the bottom of the right foot against the inner side of the left thigh, or straight out. Straight out, you're going to be going in. You're here, you're going to be going inhale, exhale, exhale. You're here, you're going to be going inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And when you do this, you're going to really visualize your right foot, your right hip as healthy, lubricated, and flexible. Really bring your awareness into this right hip. So let's begin. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale. Very good. Now bring your hands under your right thigh. Pretend that you have a drawing implement between your right toes. Draw a circle with the right foot in one direction and then the other direction. And draw a circle from the knee. So we're doing from the knee in the one direction and then the other direction. And then you're going to rotate your ankle, making a smaller circle in one direction and the other direction. Come on the left side, loosen up this left hip. Put the outside of the right foot either on the left foot, either on top of the right thigh, the bottom of the left foot against the inner part of the right thigh, or straight out. And if it's straight out, you're going to go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If it's here, you're going to go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If it's here, you're going to go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And we're going to really visualize, get inside this left hip and really visualize this left hip as healthy, lubricated, and flexible. Let's begin. Inhale, exhale, 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 inhale, exhale. Very good. Come under the left thigh. Put a drawing implement between your toes. Draw a nice circle from the knee in one direction And the other direction, draw a circle from the ankle in one direction and the other direction. Okay, now shake everything out. Relax your knees and your ankles as you do this, and sit back and really take a moment to experience all the sensations in the lower part of the body. Okay. And now we're going to move on to some neck and shoulder things. So let's just take a moment. We'll come to a sitting position with our spine straight. And before we go any further, again, we're going to just take a moment to pause and really experience that stillness, that silence. Just cultivating an appreciation for that silence. And now let's inhale and slowly bring the shoulders up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. Exhale down. And now we're going to go for some shoulder shrugs. Just a reminder again to have the tongue at the roof of the mouth with palms open. For these practices, you can have them here or here. So we're going to shrug more vigorously. That was like a slow shoulder shrug. This is going to be a fast one. So we're going to go like that, or rapidly. Okay, so let's begin. And stop the practice. And take a moment to notice the energy in the shoulders, all the sensations that follow the practice, and then again experiencing that wonderful stillness. Now we're going to inhale, lean back, open up the throat. Exhale, chin to the chest. Through the nose if you're able to. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the center. Exhale of your left shoulder. To the center. Exhale of your right shoulder. Center. Exhale, left. Center. Exhale, right. Inhale to the center. Exhale, left. Your left shoulder. Feel the stretch all down the right side of the neck. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Feel the stretch down the left side of the neck. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale back to the center. And now let's go all the way around, exhaling to the floor and inhaling from the ceiling. and reverse direction. And then come back to the center. Sit for a moment. Check in with the neck and shoulders. Notice the sensations you're experiencing. Feel the stillness and quiet around you. Just to be able to really feel the quality of silence. Now let's come on down to the floor. We're going to lie down, feet bent, arms out, palms down. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bring the knees to the left and the face to the right. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, bring the knees to the right and the face to the left. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knees to the left, face to the right. Go back to the center. Exhale, twist. Keep both shoulders on the floor as you twist. If you notice one shoulder is coming up, just don't twist as far. And stop the practice. Bring the hands alongside the body. Bring the feet down. Release into the floor. Now we're going to go in for our deep relaxation. I'm going to sit up to guide us. If you choose to do the relaxation sitting up, a lot of people do it lying down, but if you'd like to do it sitting up, I just encourage you to support your back and keep your spine straight. And if you're lying down, you may want to grab a pillow, put that under your knees or pillow under your head, whatever makes you the most comfortable, but keeping your spine straight, either if you're sitting up or lying down. So I'll just give everyone a moment to find where they're going to be for the deep relaxation. Okay, so now we're going to move into the deep relaxation. We're going to begin by scanning the whole surface of your back and just notice how the whole surface of your back feels in contact with the floor. Just notice how that all feels. Surface of your floor, in the surface of the floor in contact with the surface of your back. Now bring your awareness to your abdomen and just notice the breath in the abdomen. Notice that as you inhale, the abdomen rises, and as you exhale, the abdomen falls. And the abdomen just rises and falls all on its own. There's nothing to do about it. It's just happening. The abdomen's rising on the inhalation, falling on the exhalation. A few more moments here to just be with that breath, the rise and fall of the abdomen. Now we're going to begin to relax the body in parts. And we're going to begin with the lower part of the body. We're going to relax the toes, relax the soles of the feet, relax the top of the feet, relax the ankles, relax the calves, relax the shins, relax the knees, relax the thighs, relax the buttocks, relax the hip and groin area. Allow the entire lower portion of the body to be completely relaxed. And now, with awareness focused on this lower portion of the body, we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to tone the sound. Oh. Ready, breath in. Oh. And again, breath in. Oh. And one more time, breath in. Oh. Now we're going to bring our awareness to the middle section of the body. And relax the abdomen, relax the back, relax the mid-back, relax the upper back, relax the chest and rib cage, relax the shoulders, relax the upper arms, relax the elbows, relax the forearms, relax the wrists, relax the hands, relax the fingers, relax the fingertips. Allow the entire middle section of the body to be completely relaxed. And now, with awareness focused on this middle section of the body, we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to tone the sound. Ready? Breath in. And again, breath in. And one more time, breath in. And now we're going to bring our awareness to the throat and head area. We're going to relax the throat, relax the back of the neck, relax the base of the skull, relax the back of the head, relax the top of the head, relax the forehead, relax the eyebrows, relax the eyes, relax the face, relax the mouth, relax the tongue, relax the teeth. Allow the entire throat and head area to be completely relaxed. And now, with awareness focused on this throat and head area, we're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to tone the sound. Ready? Breath in. And again, breath in. One more time, breath in. And now we're going to bring all three sounds together, the ah, the o, and the and we're going to tone them as one sound, the ah in the lower part of the body, the o in the middle part of the body, the in the throat and head area. We tone those, one merging into the other. So let's begin. Take a breath in. We're going to do this 3 times. Take a breath in. Breath in. Now time breath in. Now we're going to continue toning the Om, but I'm going to guide us in such a way that there's going to be a space between the end of one Om and the beginning of the next Om. And that space is going to become a little bit longer each time. And what we want to do is we want to focus our awareness on that space, on that silence that's happening between sounds. And as that silence expands, we want to feel ourselves actually merging and becoming part of that silence, that quiet. That was our theme for today. So we're bringing it home here, focusing on the silence between the sounds. And I do want to remind everyone that it's possible when you're in this deep focusing on the silence, your breath may naturally suspend itself and may pause. And that's fine. You can just allow the breath to do that. Or your breath may continue. It doesn't matter. What I want to make sure no one feels that they have to hold their breath. This is not the time to hold the breath. It's a time to focus on the silence and let the breath do whatever it does. So let's begin. Breath in. Breath in. Breath in. Breath in. Breath in. breath in. Ah. Now we're going to take a breath in for one final Om, and this time we're going to experience each of the three parts of the sound in each of the three parts of the body. Ready, breath in. Gradually bring awareness back into the body. Begin to move your fingers and toes. Slowly come up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. If you're lying down, if you were sitting up, just sit forward and keep your eyes closed. And once you're sitting up or sitting forward, you can rub your palms together, get them nice and warm. Cup the warm palms over your eyes. And slowly pull your palms away from your eyes as you open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining.